Yesterday, the court gave Kakwenza a bail, and we rushed to Chitera because he was not visible in court. So he was on Zoom while the court session was on, and they gave him a bail. We traveled to Chitara together with the legal team to go and pick him from Chitalia. When we reached Chitalia, the warden in charge came and picked the forms from us, the charge forms from the lawyer, and told us to wait for close to 30 minutes. We waited, and it came to close an hour when we were waiting to receive my husband. So to our surprise, the warden came saying that his family members had picked him, that he had gone with his family members when we were there, actually when we were also there. And he was telling us he's wondering whether those people were not part of us. And so we like, family members? If it is not me, the wife, actually I asked him, if it is not me, the wife, not the mother, not the siblings, then who else might have picked my husband? So we realized that when we were there, we saw a vehicle. Actually, there were two vehicles. One came from the prison premises, and another one was waiting from outside, next to where we had parked and next to where we were waiting from. So, and they were numberless. So we got to know, that is when we realized that now my husband has been whisked with these vehicles. So we got challenged, we got confused, we didn't know what was next. So we drove from Chitalia, the legal team and myself, and we in confusion with what is next. Where have they taken him? Have they taken him again to torture chambers? Are they going to align him in a different court? And he's again he's charged other charges? So we were confused. I left Kampala, very cold, and reached here at around at 11:30, coming to midnight. I went to bed, but I was half asleep. At around 3 in the night, I had a very, very big knock at the gate. They started knocking and knocked hard. And honestly, I was helpless. I felt helpless. I came out from the bedroom. The first person I called was the chairman, local council, and he couldn't pick. I called him 3 times. He couldn't pick. While they were knocking, he didn't pick. And I said, I'm finished today. I'm like, I think they've come for me. This time they've come for me. Inside me, I was like, they have come for me. What am I going to do? I got out. I came at the door. When I came at the door, I think my husband heard. But at the same time, I was hearing people speaking outside, but I wasn't hearing his voice. When they were knocking, I was hearing male voices at the gate, but I was not hearing his voice. So when he heard that I was opening the door, he called and he said, I am the one, can you please open? I am the one, come and open. I heard his voice, and I came to the gate. I was terrified, I was trembling, I was shaking. I was in shock. So I opened the gate, and he was the one. He had been brought with some other 4 men and in nanny uniforms, but with guns, in a small vehicle, this time not a drone. So they handed him the papers, the charge papers from the court, a medical form from prison, and a letter he had written to me, a letter while he was in Chitaria that I didn't receive. So those are the documents he was handed, he was given. So they told us to enter. We entered, and he told me, insisted telling me while we were at the gate and they were handing over those things to him, he was telling me, please, you are safe. But because I was trembling, he told me, no, don't fear, you are safe. They have returned me home. They have returned me home, please don't fear. So we entered. They told us to enter and to close. We entered and closed the gate. So when immediately we entered, they drove off and went. My husband is not well. That is what I want to assure you and what I'm telling you. One, he still has swelling. His leg is swollen. His left leg is still swollen and dark. Actually, both legs are dark. Not normal, not as usual to his color, to his skin complex. So it is still swollen, cannot even fit in a shoe. So, and he told me that it has a problem with the ankle, and he has a lot of pain in his ankle. So he also showed me his body. He has healing scars. His scars are healing, and others are not yet healed. All over his body, So, and he also complained with his heart. He said he hardly sleep. He feels pain when he sleeps, when he's sleeping on his left side. So he told me he has that pain, and he also has he told me also he has a pain in one of the kidneys. So as I speak right now, he's in hospital.
Okay, but finally, what's your take on his release? Are you happy that finally at least?
Yes, I am very happy that finally at least my husband is out, and that at least I've seen him. He's alive, though with those scars, healing scars, and those that have not yet healed yet. Though with that pain, but at least I'm happy that the government has finally heard my cry and people's cries, and they have released him. I'm very, very happy and grateful to the government. Thank you so much for releasing my husband, though on bail.
Thank you, President.
Thank you, President.